This is a message to all my supporters of this podcast. I'm introducing a new supporters program. You can contribute a small amount as a one-off payment to show your love for this podcast. Thank you in advance for all your contributions. This is the Absolute Business Mindset podcast, created and hosted by Mark Hayward. I am a corporate employee with an entrepreneurial mindset. This podcast will help and support you with new ideas about business. These are my thoughts, ideas, and comments. Today, I've got 10 things of being able to help yourself. This kind of covers quite a few different other podcasts which I've done, but I think it's important to bring it all together, and this should be your top 10 things to hotwire into being a top performer. Thanks. Hi everyone, it's Mark Hayward from the Absolute Business Mindset podcast. So I've got these things that I've kind of built it up quite a lot today, but I think these are really critically important things for everyone. So they're going to be the top 10 things to be able to hotwire you to success. So these are the things that I've thought about, I've read about, I've listened to, I've brought together, and I've brought together as these are the 10 best things to hotwire you to top success. They will help you, they will build your confidence, they will make you strong and reliable and resilient. So number one, which is sometimes often ignored, but I think is critically important for me, and I would say for a lot of people as well, is to have enough sleep. Now, some people need only 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. I need 8. So I always find time to be able to go to sleep at a certain point. I don't go to sleep massively early. I equally don't get up massively early, but I get up, I've got plenty of time to go into work and deliver on what I need to do, and that's the way that works for me. Actually, for me, having a bit of a half an hour with my kids in the morning is important. If you don't have kids, that might not be important. You might want to get up earlier or later. But just that point of having enough sleep, I think people who hustle and grind and push, they end up burning out. Now, you don't want to burn out. It's not a good place. It doesn't do anything for you long term. I would say it's a very negative outset. So always think about working hard, delivering hard, but sleeping enough. It is good long-term health is to sleep enough. Right, number 2, cold showers. You might not think that would be an obvious one, but for me, this is really important. It wakes you up in the morning. It delivers so many good things to your muscles, to your heart. It's hard the first time you do it. It's really cold, and it's hard to get under there and stay under there. And you catch your breath, and it's sometimes difficult if you catch your breath whether to be able to calm your heart rate down. But the longer you're in there, the longer you let yourself be absorbed by the cold shower is really good. I love it now. Especially exercise is a massive cold shower. Get your body back regulated, but equally in the mornings as well. I usually have my shower on a normal sort of temperature, whack it up or whack it down to a really cold shower. Give yourself 30 seconds, a minute, something like that. It can do longer. I'd sometimes try to do longer than a minute, but it just give that burst of cold water is a great thing for your body, your mind. So really good. Right, number 3, exercise. So exercise I try and do 3 or 4 times a week. It's hard. So much to do elsewhere with kids and job and side hustle and stuff. It's really hard to fit in, but it's so important. I have clarity of thought when I exercise. Now, equally, you could have meditation here. I don't meditate too much at the moment. I find a lot more fun, clarity from doing exercise. Can do both. Some people do both and very healthily do that. But try and do exercise 3 times a week, 30 to 45 minutes sessions. So really important for me. Eat healthily. This is the bit that I struggle with. I don't eat healthily enough, and that is what's going to lose your weight and keep your weight off. So need to work harder at that from my point of view. We'll do that. We'll try and work harder on it.
But yeah, you need all your nutrients, protein, less carbs. I try and eat less carbs these days. It tends to work a little bit better for me. But yeah, it's a bit of a problem for me. I need to work harder on that. So, like, confess up. This is what happens. You're not perfect at everything, but must work harder on that. Right, number 5 is finding time for yourself. So this is sort of taking a step back, taking time out. Taking time, it might be sleep, it might be just rest, it might be watching something on Netflix or Amazon Prime, it might be reading, it might be listening to a book, whatever it is. But you've got to find time to step back, take your time out, relax, calm yourself down. Not enough people do that. All they're doing is hustling and grinding, and actually you do need to take that step back. Get a bit of perspective. You sometimes get some really good perspective and zooming out when you take that time out. So is important. Right. We're halfway through this top 10 to hotwire you to success. What I want you to do is I want you to give me feedback on my email address. The email address is absolutebusinessmindset@gmail.com. I'll repeat that. Absolute business mindset, no spaces between any of the words, @gmail.com. Please give me your feedback, your thoughts, who you'd like me to interview, subjects that you'd like me to talk about. Really looking to get some massive feedback and get some ideas from you guys as well, because I do this for you as much for me. So if it's something you want me to talk about or someone you want me to interview, let me know. Drop me on that email address. You can build up the support, and this is really good for me. I really want this feedback. So last time, absolute business mindset @gmail.com. Right, perfect. Right, number 6, you've got to find time to talk to people. Now, that could be a friend, it could be a family, it could be a therapist, it could be a colleague, whoever that is. They've got to find a space to be able to think and talk about things. Actually talking about things actually clarifies your thought process as well. So it is important not to just think all of it through and internalize it. Sometimes it's worth getting it out there, talking through something, and it builds up confidence in what you're talking about and what you're dealing with. So I think it is really, really important to have that space where you're honest with someone and you can get that out and be a better person just by talking it through. Right, number 7. So for me, this is massive, listening to Audible or podcasts. Always learning, reading, listening, whatever your style of absorbing information, please do it. Please find time, whether you're on transition or whether you're on the train, the car, whatever it is, in the gym, walking the dog, whatever it is, listen to Audible, listen to books, listen to podcasts. Always learn. You've got to build up knowledge, got to build up skills, got to build up techniques. These are all ways you can do it. Right, number 8, non-negotiables. So my non-negotiables are certain activities that I do with the kids. If the kids have got a concert, have got they've been doing some gymnastics recently, so stopping and doing that. Might be doing something with my wife. You've got to have non-negotiables in your life. A partner of my company, or previous company, said about this, and I think the kids thing is fairly easy to do. It's a little bit harder when you're not got kids and you want to play football or a sport or go to the gym. It's sometimes a little bit more harder, but I do believe you should have non-negotiables in your life, things that you will not be persuaded on doing, and they often are related to kids or family or wife, etc. Right, number 9, spend time with loved ones. So important. Kids, wife, partner, family, mum, dad, brother, sister, whatever it is. You need to spend time with your loved ones. It's so important. It gives such a boost to so much. So I really think this is super important, and everyone should be able to find time. If you're traveling and you're abroad, you should have friends. You should build up some friends that are important to you and that you want to spend time with, and they are your loved ones, whether they are actually your family or whether they are like an adopted family. Find time to be with the ones that love you. And number 10, the last point, number 10, is earn enough. So whether that is a job, whether that is a business, whether that is property, whether that is side hustle, whatever it is that makes you make enough money, you need to do that. You need to do that for many reasons, but one of them is you need to be comfortable and happy with the income that you have. If you're not, do something about it. Find a side hustle that makes you money, or earn some extra money, earn some, whatever it is. There's so many different things you can do. So I would definitely warn you that you need to be able to earn enough. You need to look after yourself to be able to look after other people, whether that's friends or family or charities or whatever. So earn enough. It's so important to be able to do that. Right, that is my 10 in 10. Basically, it's taken me 10 minutes to do that. Great. Just on that point that we talked about halfway through, feedback on my email, absolutebusinessmindset@gmail.com. Give me your feedback, give me your thoughts, your eyes, what you like, what you don't like, who you'd like me to interview. Would love to get some feedback from you. It'd be so good. I can then catapult this podcast and this YouTube forward with your feedback. So great if you could do that for me. I would really appreciate your thoughts. Thank you very much.